John, Friday afternoon, it's a real buzz today because everyone's expecting and hoping that we're finally going to get a game tomorrow.
Yes, we are. We've, you, amongst others, have worked exceptionally hard on the pitch this week, trying to get this game to go ahead. Obviously, the last game against Stevenage 2 weeks ago. Last home game got called off on the morning of the game, so we're hoping that tomorrow morning we'll have some good news and this game goes ahead. Our boys are ready to play, and as you've seen in the league table, we've unfortunately slipped down a few places purely and simply because we've not been playing, and we want to get back on the field and obviously get back up that table.
Not many benefits to not playing for so long, but one of them, I suppose, is the fact that you've got virtually a full-strength squad to choose on tomorrow.
Yeah, that has helped. I mentioned the Stevenage game. Andy Drury wouldn't have played that day. He was injured, so we were fortunate to have got away with that. Danny Ballman has obviously had an extra 2 weeks to get himself up to speed, so he comes back tomorrow as well for us. So from that point of view, it has helped us to get those two players in particular back to full fitness and ready to play tomorrow. So everyone else, as I said, is just raring to go, myself included.
How have the two lads from Palace done in their first week here?
They've been brilliant. I mean, they're lovely to have around because they're fresh faces, you know, young boys, very eager to learn, want to play. They're a pretty long way off of the first team at Crystal Palace, and there's nothing like being involved with the first team of a football club and having them here. They've been great on the training ground. They've really shown their quality with the other boys, and you know, players are always the biggest judges of other players, and all the players here at Crawley have been very positive about these two boys coming in. You know, little conversations that I have with players from time to time, I always ask the question, what do you think of the two new boys, you know, and they've been glowing about them, not just saying, oh yeah, they're all right, but they've actually been glowing as to how good they've been. There's just come into our group, they've got a smile on their face each morning, and technically they've stood up really well because both of them are very technical, and you know, they'll obviously start on the bench for us against Carlisle, but I'm really hoping that we get an opportunity to get them on the field, and I'm sure that the Crawley fans will enjoy watching them because they're very good players.
And with the schedule we've got, I think it's 21 games in 77 days. Everyone's going to have to be ready to play, aren't they?
Yeah, and I've got no fear about these two in particular. I've got no fear about starting them in any of the games. Absolutely no fear at all, because I'm sure that they'll be able to hold their own. And I'd say that about any member of our squad. Even, you know, we've got people like Alex Malins and Connor Essam that haven't been involved recently with the team, with the starting 11. And if I had to start either of those two, it wouldn't be a problem to me either. I've got every confidence in them. I think since I've come in, obviously I can only speak for when I've come in, and I've seen the quality of them improve by playing with all the big heads here. You know, they're mixing very well, both Alex and Connor, and on the training ground they've both looked very competent. So likewise, any of my squad. Sergio's been out of the picture a little bit just lately. Jamie Proctor's been out of it, but I have no fear in starting any of them. I'm very confident about the 19 boys that we've got at the moment.
You talked earlier in the week about trying to add maybe a couple more players. Is there any chance that happening before Saturday?
Not now. We got very close. We've still got a couple of boys that we're almost over the line with, but they've yet to sign contracts. There's a couple of bits and pieces just need to be tidied up. I think both boys have been with us for the last few days, and they've just gone away for the weekend really, just to talk over with the better halves. There's obviously Valentine's Day. They've gone home today with flowers and chocolates and cards.
And said, can I come and play for Crawley?
Can I come and play for Crawley, exactly. So hopefully I'll get a nod in the right direction from the two of them over the weekend, but we'll probably find out a bit more on Monday.
Carlisle had a good win on Tuesday night. They'd been on a pretty bad run. What are you expecting from them tomorrow?
Well, expecting a tough game. The fact that we've not been playing, we have no sort of momentum going into this game. Obviously our last performance was up at Rotherham just 3 weeks ago now, you know, so it's been a long time since we've been playing, but I don't think we'll be rusty at all. It certainly won't be an excuse from us. We're as fired up as we've ever been, I think, for this particular game. But we know that Carlisle come here on the back of a good result on Wednesday night and a bit of a scalp, beating Bradford. Bradford are no pushover for anybody in this division. And no team is a pushover in this division. Everybody, as we saw the other night, Bristol City won at Leyton Orient, which was a bit of a shock. It just shows you that any team in this division can beat anybody, and certainly Carlisle will be difficult. They're a very hard-working team. They've got 3 boys in, I think, from Manchester United on loan, so they won't be mugs. Big game for us, and as I said, it'll be a tough game, as every game is in League One. It's you never get an easy match whatsoever, but we're prepared, we're fired up and raring to go, and we're just praying really that the game goes ahead.
We've had some really good away performances since you came in, but I know you've stressed the importance of making this place difficult for opposition clubs to come to.
Yes, Bruce, it always was in years gone by. Nobody ever really wanted to go to Crawley. It was always a tough place to go, and Crawley, I mean, I've looked back at the records, we've had some fantastic home form here down the years, which has been one of the major reasons why, of course, we've find ourselves now in League One, this elevated position. So we do need to make sure that our home form matches our away form, because since I've been in, I think we've not lost on the road. Although we've only won the one up at Leyton Orient, we've had great performances at Coventry, and likewise against Rotherham 3 weeks ago. So we need to now make sure that our home matches, we win our home games, and hopefully get climbing back up that table.